Today is a little bit of a heavy day. I have a couple of home updates to show you. November feels like the ultimate in-between month. My personal favorite seasonal ritual for this time of year. I felt the baby move today for the first time where I was actually confident that that's what I was feeling. And over time, their Christmas tree becomes a living representation of the story of their life together. Today feels like the most November day to exist. It's pouring rain outside. Leaves that are still hanging on are absolutely beautiful, but most of them have fallen to the ground by this point. It's crazy even just thinking if it was 10 degrees colder, this would all be snow. Obviously 10 degrees is a big jump, but still. I don't always love the rain, but today it feels really fitting. I'm kicking off a November Days in the Life vlog. I think I've decided once a month I want to do a weekly vlog that's kind of seasonal living focused. So this is episode 1 of that. We just don't really know like what to do, and yeah, it's just weird. Oh wow, okay, yeah.
I have no idea if you can take it.
I don't know if you can actually see it because I'm wearing pajamas, but I have a couple of home updates to show you. The first one is this bookshelf behind me, and this is actually not new. We've had this for almost a couple of years, but it's been in Zach's office ever since we moved in. Like a black kind of ladder bookshelf here before, but we ended up swapping them because he really liked the look of that one more for his office, and this I actually really prefer in the main room. It also is a little bit bigger, which helps because our books were very squished when they were on the last one. I haven't organized it or styled it yet, but I'm really excited to kind of play around with it because we do have some extra space, so I feel like I can add some decor elements. I do feel like I want to add something on this wall next to it. We have 2 different art pieces that I'm debating hanging up. I'm gonna show you what I'm currently deciding between. This is option 1. I love this piece of art so much. We also have this one, which does feel very wintry, very Christmassy. I'm asking the internet what they think about what we should put on this wall. Actually, okay. Can you stand back and give me your thoughts?
Yeah.
We could also do like a little mini gallery wall with like some smaller frames and do like little, I don't know, what do you think so far?
I love option 1.
This one? Okay, that's what I was leaning towards. I feel like it's so cozy with the bookshelf.
I 100%, like, not even remotely close.
Okay.
I think that's the right option.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I think that looks so cute and cozy.
I love it.
Wait, I love it. Thank you for doing that.
You're so welcome.
The other thing I wanted to show you was the update on our little kitchen counter area. So I talked about this in my last vlog a couple videos ago, something like that. Okay, so the big issue before was basically that this picture is a little bit small for this space. So a lot of you commented and said, try an easel or get a bigger photo. So I went to the dollar store, I found this cute little wooden easel, and it definitely helps. I don't know, let me know your thoughts. I think I like it here, but I've definitely been staring at it too long and now I can't tell. Today is a little bit of a heavy day. Something I struggle with as a creator is knowing how to show up and how to acknowledge when there are things happening in my life that I can't talk about on camera or I can't share online. Oftentimes I feel like I either end up minimizing things or it sounds really dramatic, and when I'm editing, I'll end up just taking it out because I'm like, oh my gosh, I am making it sound like I'm having this huge crisis behind the scenes or something, and that is definitely not the case. But life feels a little bit heavy right now. There are some things I'm just kind of processing that are not fun. Normally, when I wake up to rain is not my favorite thing. Like, it just feels a little bit depressing and makes me want to not do anything. But today, it actually felt a little bit comforting. It kind of matched my inner mood. And as I've been going through my day, I've just been spending time journaling and reflecting and trying to make space for all of the emotions and experiences that I'm having. But as much as I am not running from the hard or the sad or the heavy, I also feel like I could just use a little bit of cheer. So I think I'm gonna bring out some of our Christmas decorations. I'm gonna wait for Zach to do the tree, but I could use some cheer today. So we're gonna do that. Despite the fact that I normally find myself drawn to pretty minimal decor, even if the clutter in my house doesn't always represent that, I am such a sucker for Christmas stuff. It's my favorite time of year by far, and for the last 2 years, we have been moving during December, so we've done little, if anything, to decorate for the season. This year is the first year since we got married that it feels like we actually have the capacity to reflect and think about the traditions that we want to start. It's also our last Christmas before we become parents, and that feels pretty special in and of itself. November feels like the ultimate in-between month. It's not really fall anymore, but it's not quite winter. The urge to slow down is there, but it's also a time of celebration and preparation for Christmas and the holidays and everything to come. I feel like I am in this constant state of both wanting to curl up with a good book and also wanting to go out and celebrate, make the most of the season, hit Christmas markets, and be in the weather. Pregnancy also has given me a new appreciation for the cold. I am running a lot warmer these days than I normally would be, and every time I step outside, it is literally a breath of the freshest air one could imagine. Overall, I feel like I'm really looking forward to winter this year, which is not typical for me, but I think my experience last year with practicing seasonal living maybe made more of an impact than I realized. Last year, my philosophy was really to lean into the slowness of the season as much as possible, and I loved it. Obviously, within reason, I couldn't abandon my commitments or responsibilities, and the holidays do come with a certain amount of chaos and events. I have a couple of family birthdays in December, including my own, as well as just things we love to participate in. But I think even just selecting slowness as a priority and a value felt like it gave me permission to say no to things that simply didn't fit within our season. For the month of November specifically, I'm really leaning into preparation. Some of that has been really practical, like Christmas shopping. I haven't bought too much yet, but I have a really detailed list, and I'm hoping to take advantage of Black Friday sales, because if I can get a discount, I'm gonna get a discount. Leaning into anticipation of all of the fun things that are unique to this time of year. And some of the preparation is internal, trying to prepare my mind and heart both for the busyness of December and then the crash that kind of follows in January. I think that's something I often struggle with. The holidays are so busy and so go, go, go. And then all of a sudden we go from this month where there's so much going on and so many fun events, and January is just empty. And for a lot of years, that's something that I've almost dreaded. But this year, I'm actually starting to look forward to it a little bit. I think it's gonna be really lovely to have a slower, calmer, less exciting month to ease into 2025. All this to say, here in November, we are existing in the in-between, and I am readying myself for what's coming and also trying to enjoy and soak in this season in and of itself. Tonight, I'm actually headed to it's like a trade show event, I guess, for moms in the area. There's a bunch of different local like baby vendors and organizations with different products and events, and anyways, I'm going with a friend of mine to go check it out. I'm not really sure what to expect, but I think it'll be fun. My personal favorite seasonal ritual for this time of year is slow mornings. I have no routine or structure for this, and it's really a feeling more than anything else. I haven't regularly been sleeping in, it's just that when I wake up, there's something about the gloominess outside and the coziness of our home in this season that feels so inviting. I've been taking a little bit of time every day to just sit on the couch, enjoy my coffee, and ease into the day. Sometimes I will journal, sometimes I will read. Today is a Saturday, so Zach and I sat on the couch and watched an episode of One Tree Hill. That is my current pregnancy show, and it has been great. We're loving the rewatch. It comes with such a bubble of just peace and contentment, and it's been really nice to have those moments of slowness first thing, even when the rest of the day ends up being quite busy or quite full. Highly recommend. Last night was really fun. We went to, it's called the Modern Mom Show if you are local to the London, Ontario area. I think it's an annual thing. It was huge. It was like a big kind of Christmas market, and they had a lot of kid stuff, a lot of mom things, as well as just some really cool vendors. I got a couple of Christmas gifts that were on the list. I won't show you those today because I have sweet family members who watch my videos. And then the one thing that I was actually looking for were some candles. Zach and I have both been talking lately about how we just miss having candles burning in the house. And I'm pretty picky with what I will buy because we do just try and be mindful of what we're breathing in. I got this one candle, which is a freezer fir from Sweetwater Decor. It smells so good. I wanted something like this that kind of smelled like a tree for the Christmas season because we do have a fake tree, but I grew up on the real thing and I definitely love having that scent in our home. And then I'm actually really excited about this one. This is from a company called Wild Flicker. They're pretty local to us, which is nice, in the scent Citrus and Sage. Legitimately, maybe my favorite candle I've ever had. I'm not normally a citrus girl, so I don't know if it is pregnancy or just that this company has outdone themselves, but this smells so good. It's not super festive, so I'm actually thinking I'll save this one for January to start burning. I guess citrus is Christmassy for some people. It doesn't feel that Christmassy to me, but this company seems really cool, so I'm actually gonna keep their name around. Wild Flicker, for anybody who is interested in some all-natural soy wax candles hand poured in small batches, and they're Canadian made, so that's fun too. This afternoon, I want to build my winter maternity capsule wardrobe. I've been creating seasonal capsule wardrobes for the last year, and I have really enjoyed it. Being pregnant did make that pretty difficult for fall, just because my body has changed so much between August and November, and I know it's gonna go through even more changes coming up. So this is gonna be a very flexible wardrobe. But right now my closet is filled with things that don't fit, probably aren't going to fit for a very long time, if ever. And getting dressed has felt so overwhelming because I open the doors and genuinely most of the things that I'm looking at, I can't wear. I do have some sweaters that will work, and I have been so fortunate to have been given a lot of maternity stuff by friends to borrow for this season. So today we're gonna bring all that out, go through it, figure out what we're gonna keep in the capsule wardrobe, and then put everything that does not fit away. Because it's visual clutter I don't need, and I really wanna open my closet to a selection of things I like and I feel good in, especially when my body's just going through a lot of changes. I think that that is gonna feel really, really good. Okay, so initially I had planned to do like a big long capsule wardrobe segment in this video, go through all of the things that I was keeping out, show you the stuff I was putting away, and honestly, I just did not have the mental energy for that. From the very beginning of my pregnancy, I was telling people, yeah, I don't think that my body changing will really affect me. I don't think I'm gonna struggle with that at all. There's a baby in there. I'm so proud of my body. It can do so many incredible things. And while I do feel all of that, and it is true, I'm incredibly proud of my body, it has been a really disorienting experience to not feel like myself physically. These days, I rotate between maternity leggings and these cotton overalls that I love, and I just kind of swap out the sweater or top that I wear with them. It's not a perfect system, but right now it works and it keeps me comfortable, and that is good enough. I just sat down to film and peeked in the viewfinder, and I have to say, I really love how this corner is coming together. It just feels like it looks so cozy. Also, my eye is watering from my contact. I'm not crying, I promise. Guys, I felt the baby move today for the first time where I'm actually confident that that's what I was feeling, and I am on an absolute high from it. It's been a little while since our last ultrasound. I had a few more scans than normal in our first trimester, which I think we were really spoiled with because we just got used to seeing the baby like every couple weeks. The weeks since our last ultrasound has been the longest stretch so far that we haven't seen the baby. It's been almost a couple months and I am so impatient, it is not even funny. We do have a scan coming up pretty soon though, and we're gonna get to find out the gender, so I'm really excited about that. Before my appointment, I wanna try out some of the wives' tales about gender predictions just because I think it's fun. And I'll probably share those on Instagram, so stay tuned. Tonight we are going to put up our Christmas tree and I am so excited. I think it's gonna look so good in our space and just make the living room feel even warmer and cozier, which is never a bad thing. All the rest of our decorations are up now except for the only thing I've bought this year so far, which is this little kind of like driftwood Christmas tree I got from HomeSense. It's so cute and I have no idea where to put it. I tried it on our entryway shelf, but it doesn't fit. I'm debating maybe putting it under our TV. It's currently sitting on my desk. Honestly, even if we don't find the perfect spot for it this year, I'm not too worried. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy I got it, but I'd love to find somewhere we can display it. We have a very small collection of ornaments. Like I think we have maybe 5 or 6 total. I really love sentimental ornaments that are kind of collected over time, symbolize different things. That's what I grew up with. I think I've had this one the longest. I got this as a gift in a Bible study that I was in 7 years ago from a friend, and I just absolutely loved it. I have this cute little stocking that my parents gave me a few years ago. This sweet little, I don't know if you can see, it's got a little image of the Christmas story on it. This one was a gift from my in-laws. And actually this one was as well. I was talking to a friend yesterday who she and her husband have a tradition of giving each other ornaments every year that kind of symbolize something in their relationship. And she said over time, their Christmas tree becomes a living representation of the story of their life together. And I just love that so much. I think it's so beautiful. So we are very slowly growing our collection. I have a couple of ideas for some traditions I want to start next year when we have the baby. But for this year, I think if we do get any new ornaments, we're probably going to get one to use as a little bit of a gender reveal, which I think will be so fun. I'm actually really excited to try out the marshmallows I made too. This was my first time experimenting with making them and it was super easy. So definitely gonna make some hot chocolate, put on some Christmas pajamas. I'm really excited. our house is transformed for the season, and now I am officially ready for the change in weather. I've always loved Christmas, but I really feel like I'm actually learning to love this time of year in general. The cold and gray may never be my favorite, but there are most definitely things unique to this season that are worth enjoying and being present for. To me, seasonal living in November looks like a lot of slowing down, a lot of anticipating, a lot of slow mornings, and reading on the couch. I'm really excited about this new series of seasonal living vlogs. I think it will be such a fun way to just share how I'm trying to implement this every single month, and also a good source of accountability and a reminder for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in to episode 1. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that it felt cozy. I would love to know if seasonal living is something you are practicing this season, or just what you're doing this November that feels good and seasonal and fun. Please leave a comment and let me know. I would love to read through them. I also feel like this can be a little cheat sheet of fun ideas for next year. I hope you have a good day, because today is a good day to have a good day. And that's it for now. Bye.